everyone, welcome back or welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you made it. Maybe you watched my other videos and decided to come back, or maybe you're new. Regardless, I'm very happy that you're here. Okay, so today's YouTube video is about, lots of people have been asking me, Alyssa, can you please make a YouTube video about people not liking you, how to deal with that, how I deal with that, especially being a content creator and you know, I'm in the view of a lot of people, so obviously there's gonna be a lot of people that dislike me. And there are people that dislike me, and you know, if you know it's just at school or somewhere else, or you know you're dealing with people that don't like you, it's hard. It's hard, and I'll tell you some reasons why it is hard. One, because we're put on this earth to please others. If we weren't put here to please others, if we were put here to be a selfish, if self-centered people, it would be really easy for us to not care about how other people feel about us. But you know, with what I believe in, I'm Christian, I believe that we are supposed to be here to help and serve others, and you know, lots of people agree with that, even if they're not religious, which I completely respect. But the whole point is that we are made to be in relation with people. Before God was human, there was still relation through the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Before we're even born, we have relations with our mother. We are attached to her womb. And then we come into a family, and you can tell when people are coming from broken homes and stuff like that, it's hard for them because you need relationship. Relationships are very important for others, for us. That being said, it's not your fault. You're not a people pleaser because you want people to like you. That's a big misconception. It's in our blood to be wanted, to be loved, to have company, to have love with each other. It's a very important thing. So don't think that you're weak or weak-minded because you know, you care about how other people perceive you. But that being said, it's important to understand that you should do what it takes for others to like you, but if they just don't, it is not your fault, and I'll tell you why. Have you ever watched a movie and you really enjoyed the villain's story? Whew, the devil is trying everything in its power to not let me make this video because it knows it's gonna touch the lives of some people. Anyways, what I was saying is, my camera died and now I'm on my phone, but have you ever watched a movie and, you know, you hated the villain and, you know, you're a team superhero or whatever, and now all of a sudden, you resonate with the villain, you like the villain, you don't dislike him anymore, you start rooting for him, you're like, you know what, like, I understand where this guy is coming from, is he really the bad guy, is this guy, you know, is the superhero the bad guy, have I been rooting for the wrong team the whole time? And to that I would say this. You would have, this is a poem, I put this poem in my book. You would have no enemies if every single person knew your story. Or you'd have a lot less enemies. If everybody knew your story, your intentions, everything like that, you wouldn't have as many enemies. I keep referring back to religion, even if you don't believe, that's completely fine. I'm just also letting you know, regardless if you believe that Jesus was God or not, they did not know his intentions. So they killed him, even though he was the nicest man to walk the earth. You can't disprove that. You can, you know, try your best and say, you know, he wasn't God, and that's fine. I respect your beliefs. But he was still a very, very wise, loving man, and they still killed him because they didn't know his intentions. They did not know who he was. So that being said, how much more are we susceptible to it if we're not even God, if we don't even have good intentions like he did, if, you know, we aren't people that would give up everything for someone else. We are bad people. Everyone is a bad person, because what is good? What is good? What makes a good person, right? And to everybody else, it's subjective. That's what it is. It's a subjective truth. I'm a good person because I do this, but I'm a good person because I do this, but she's not a good person because she does that. Like, back to my point, people will not like you because they don't know who you are, okay? And obviously there's other reasons, and I'll get into that, but for the main point is because if, let's say you are a good person, and let's say you do good for other people, and you're a nice person, they just, woo! Another call! Okay, now I know this video has to go out because everything's trying to stop me. All the bad is trying to stop me right now, which is crazy. Okay, I keep losing my train of thought. How crazy is that? Let's say you are a good person. Yeah, I'll give you benefit of the doubt. You do good things for other people. You're a good person, okay? and people don't like you. It's because they don't know who you are. People who know you, like I'd say my boyfriend knows me very well. I'd say my best friend knows me very well. I'd say that they know everything about me, the good, the bad, the ugly. They know what I've been through. They've been there for me with whatever I've been through. They've been there to talk through the good and the bad, the ugly, and all the good and everything in between. So one of the main reasons why people don't like you is because they don't know you. And I hope you feel like better at night knowing that no one will know you. Even the ones that like you don't know you. So what does it mean? This means you have to be set in yourself. You need, and you hear it all the time, you need to love yourself, you need to put yourself first. You hear it in all of these influencers videos, all of these creators videos, and you're like, just how do I do that? Okay, I'll make another video on self-love, but for this topic, I just want you to know you need to be confident. You need to feel good about yourself. Okay, this replaces, to some extent, the needs for other people's validation. Okay, knowing that no one else would know you the way you do, and you won't even know yourself as much as God knows you. Okay. So lots of people are like, okay, I understand that. I've already accepted the fact that people don't like me, and or maybe not everyone would like me. And that's just the hard truth, because we all grew up differently. We're all different people. I might not like somebody that everybody likes, and there's no reason for me to hate them. I just don't find them as funny, or don't find them as attractive, or don't find the hype around each and every individual that there is, because there isn't. Everybody's different. Everyone's made differently, and everybody has different opinions. You know, it's like trying a different flavor of pop or soda or whatever you call it. Some people's favorite is Coke, and other people are like, how dare you drink that? It's disgusting. I like root beer. And somebody else is like, root beer is disgusting. Does that mean root beer is a bad drink? Does that mean root beer should be banned? Does that mean nobody should drink root beer? Does that mean root beer is the worst soda in all mankind and everybody should boycott it and it's the worst thing ever and cancel root beer? No, that's not what it means. That's not what it means. It just means root beer isn't your cup of tea, and that is fine. And what people are forgetting to realize is that opinions, okay, don't let your opinions and your identity intertwine. The second they do that, when people disagree with you and what you believe in, you take it personally. You're like, she's a bad person because she's politically like this. And he's not valid because 9 years ago he said that. And this person, I don't like them because she talks shit about this, okay? Does that mean she's a horrible person? No, it means she's a person I would not like to be around. Maybe she needs to do self-searching, because she would never talk about somebody like that if she was happy with herself. People fail to realize that bullying rates have actually decreased, but increased on the internet. They no longer exist in person as much, because who would like to go into a shooting range without a bulletproof vest? Your bulletproof vest is the comment section. You could turn off your phone and never think of that comment again. It doesn't offend you because you don't face repercussions for your actions. Hating people and, you know, people not liking you has become so easy, because with a push of the button, they can express their opinions about you in the comment section. And that's something else I really don't like about comment sections. And, you know, like, oh, here's my video. Feel free to comment on it. Let me know what you think. You are literally giving everybody an opportunity to express how they imagine that was in person. Imagine we had a comment section in real life after every interaction we had with a human being. Imagine you get a receipt of all the things people said about you afterwards. How horrible would that be? How horrible would that be? Honestly, like really, like it would be awful. You know, you'd have some conversations like, oh, she was great to conversate with. She's really pretty, whatever. Then there'd be another comment. She was so annoying. I can't believe no one noticed her lisp. Oh my gosh. Imagine reading that receipt. Yeah, people do that every single day. It's called the comment section, okay? So I want you guys to understand, people aren't going to like you, okay? They're not. Not everyone's going to like you. But you have to get used to that, because people have different opinions. I respect all of my friends who have different opinions than me. All of them. Agree to disagree. But what this country has done is they separated us so much that if anyone disagrees with what we say, they're on the other team. There's teams now to what we believe in. Absolutely gross. I hate it. But what I want to talk about is you shouldn't be like, you know what? No one's going to like me. I can continue to be a bad person. I can talk shit. I can do whatever I want. I can do this and that and the other thing. I could be a self-serving human being. And if people don't like that, then so be it. That's also not the right way to go about things. I don't believe that's the right way to go about things, being a not so good human being, you know, jeopardizing people's relationships, lying, cheating, being a bad person, to whatever standard you consider bad, you know. Died again, bro. How crazy. It shouldn't be excused because, you know, nobody's gonna like me anyway, so why does it matter? And I can continuously be a bad person. That's not what this video is about, and that's not what I'm promoting. I am promoting you to understand and love yourself and understand that not everyone is gonna understand you the way you understand yourself, and therefore they're not gonna like you. And let's say they do know a little bit about you and who you are as a person, and they just don't find you funny or don't find you attractive. What matters to you? That being said, other people's opinions might not. So here's the issue with a lot of hate these days. It's like I said before, people's opinions don't match yours, and therefore now they hate you. Now I hate her because I don't agree with her. That's where it comes from. That's literally where it comes from. This is what has happened. Opinions are no longer opinions if they're not matching everybody else's opinion. It's just a bad person. So you don't need everybody and their mother to like you. You don't. Okay? Another thing I'd like to say is this. People are going to hate you regardless of who you are. Regardless of what you make, what you create, people are going to hate on it. And I'll give you a reason, okay? I hate bringing up other people in my videos, but I'm going to do it because I don't like talking about other people. I feel like it can kind of a different narrative than what it really is, but I just want you guys to listen to this with an open heart. Charli D'Amelio, okay? Everybody knows who that is. She was the queen of TikTok at one point. Everybody knew who she was. She would post simple dancing videos. She had no opinions about really anything. She was not very political in her statements. She wasn't an advocate for anything. She didn't have a voice in a way. She didn't really say anything in a way. And I'm not saying that you should. Don't paint that narrative. Anybody can create whatever they want. You know what I mean? If she's a dancer, what does she have being on a podcast talking about, you know, things that are going on the earth? You know what I mean? It's just not her thing. That's fine. But that being said, she had nothing that people could disagree on. And that's what made her such a good image. That's what made her so easy to hire for, you know, those Super Bowl commercials or start her own brand, because there wasn't anything controversial. Every extra word you speak is one extra thing somebody can use against you. Okay? And I full-heartedly know that, and I post my opinion everywhere. Everybody knows where I stand. Everybody knows what I think. I talk about subjects that are a little bit touchy. I do it. I do it because this is what I love to do. That I'm a talker. I love doing these things. But I also understand how many people are not gonna like me or disagree with me because they think differently. Okay? So going back to Charli D'Amelio, she didn't do all of these things where she could be very controversial. So people still found ways to hate on her. I don't think she's dressing appropriately. I don't think she's dancing cool enough. I don't think she should be famous because why is she dancing and I could do the same thing and I could be famous. Oh my gosh. She talked about her following count. Let's all unfollow her. People aren't gonna like you. They're not, especially if you talk about what the truth means to you, especially if you're set in the ways of you think, especially if you're a strong-willed human being, if you speak the way they do. Who is the #1 hated person in the world right now? Who can you not say? You can't even say his name in some schools in Europe. Andrew Tate. I say that name and some people's fight or flight action literally goes off. How dare you even bring him up? That's a horrible person, this, that, and the other thing. And I'll tell you why. It's because he speaks his mind. Regardless of you agreeing, disagreeing, hate him, dislike him, like him, inspired by him, thinks he should rot in hell. Does not matter. Okay? He spoke his mind and people disliked it. That's what it was. okay? And he especially speaks on big, big topics that nobody's ready to talk about, okay? And everybody collectively agreed that they didn't like him. Why? Because he shared an opinion. That being said, if you are a strong person, if you do things your way, if you have a certain opinion, if you do things that aren't neutral, if you have a certain belief, okay, especially a belief that goes against the narrative in America, you will be strongly disliked. Now, will you be disliked and a truthful human being, or will you be liked by more people but be dishonest with yourself and other people? I can get on the internet every single day. I could share with you a perfect life. You only see with the camera lens. You only see what I let you see. I could paint this perfect life and this perfect everything, perfect food, perfect this, perfect that. I could just be a pretty face to tell you what you want to hear, tell you all of the things that you want to hear, but I won't. I refuse to do that. You have enough of those, okay? So I am gonna be disliked, and I am gonna be talked about, and I am gonna be dealing with comment sections, and there are gonna be nights where I'm gonna stay up and think, is this really true? But at the end of the day, when I die, I know I've been truthful with myself, okay? And if you have that mindset with anything you do, you know what? These people don't like me because I was myself, because I stood up for that girl. These girls don't like me anymore. So be it. You did the right thing. As long as you're doing the right thing, who cares about other people and what they think? You have to understand, you will be hated by most if you are doing the right thing. Okay? You understand that? You will be hated the most if you're doing the right thing. And I'll tell you why. Once again, apologies if you're not religious. Jesus Christ did the right thing. Okay? Even if you don't believe that he's God, I'm just going to say this. You cannot disagree with this, because the Bible is a historical book. So even if you don't believe he's God, listen to this. He washed other people's feet. He helped other people, regardless of who they were on the inside, regardless of if they were bad people or not. He helped. He heard. He healed. He was there for other people. He made himself lower so he could help others, okay? And he was the most hated person on the planet. They killed him. So imagine us. We're going to be hated. It says, keep in mind, if the world hates you, it hated me first. Okay? It hated him first. So if you get anything out of this video, it's not how to make people like you. I'm not about all that. It's about understanding what the truth is, and you understanding that it is worth being hated by some people, and that's fine. You are going to be hated, and you are going to be disliked, but as long as your intentions are right and your intentions are clear, you are doing the right thing. And it's okay that people don't like you, because I like you and I see what you're doing, and so does God. I love you so very much, okay? And I'll tell you this, even if 100 people hate you, if there's one that likes you, quality over quantity. I love you, okay? Don't let this world get you down. Don't let a hate comment get to your head, okay? Everybody is entitled to their own opinion. I love you. Goodbye.